I'm Ingrid Hibbard. I'm the CEO of Pelangio Exploration. It's a junior resource explorer based in Canada on the TSXV, symbol PX, and we explore in Canada and Ghana, West Africa. Please be advised, this presentation will contain forward-looking statements. So a little bit about us. I'm very proud of the team I work with. It's a very, very talented team. The leadership team is myself, Kevin Thompson, who's our senior VP, and has had about 25 years of experience in West Africa. He lived there for 13 years, worked for Newmont and Perseus, did regional exploration, so he is very familiar with Ghana. On the ground in Ghana, we have Sam Turcarno, who's a geological engineer, and he runs our Ghana operations. And let me tell you, during COVID, having local people on the ground was a huge advantage. So Sam lives right in Ghana and is able to oversee everything. Kevin Philo is our VP Corporate Development, but he is also a geologist and he looks after our Canadian operations, most of which are based out of Timmins, and he lives in Timmins. Kevin and I actually worked together back in the day when we acquired the Detour mine from Placer Dome. And as some of you have been following, that mine now is in the hands of Agnico Eagle, given the recent merger with Kirkland Lake. So that mine is one of the largest gold mines in Canada. So we're very proud of that. We were the team that acquired it from Placer and re-envisioned it as a big open pit. Very experienced board as well, with JC Satamur, who has corporate finance experience. David Mosher has run mining companies and is a geologist. Kevin Thompson, who I've already talked about, and Al Gorley, a very experienced mining lawyer. So we have 83 million shares outstanding, and our current market cap actually is now up to 10 as opposed to 8, thank goodness. So location. I'm really going to focus. We have a slightly bigger portfolio than that, but this is where we're going to focus. This is what we've been working on and where we're going next. So in Ontario, we've just completed a drill program on the Dome West project. It's basically in downtown Timmins. It's 800 meters west of the Dome mine and 500 meters north of the Paymaster headframe. And we've just completed a program there, but drill assays are taking a long time. So we are still waiting for those assays. In the meantime, we've just started our drill program on Gowan. There was a press release out yesterday. Gowan is an exciting project for us. It's a polymetallic project. It's 16 kilometers from the Kidd Creek mine. So the Kidd Creek mine was discovered in 1964. It's been in production since 1966. It was one of the world's largest massive sulfide deposits. And we are drilling 2 anomalies there. We're also 23 kilometers from something some of you may have been following, Canada Nickel's Crawford deposit, which is a copper cobalt deposit. So that's the Canadian side. Turning to the Ghanaian side, we did a small program there recently at Manfo. Our Manfo project is located 17 kilometers from Newmont's 15 million ounce Ahafo mine. We have a maiden resource there of almost 500,000 ounces, 195,000 ounces in the indicated category and 298,000 ounces in the inferred category. And we will be going back in this year to be drilling here. Obuasi and Dankran, we've combined them. Dankran is a recent addition that ties on to our Obuasi project. Our Obuasi project is a really large land package adjacent to and on strike with AngloGold's Ashanti mine. The Ashanti mine, the Obuasi mine is a really big mine. It's produced 30 million ounces over the last 100 years, and it's got another 30 million ounces in resources and reserves. So turning first to Ghana, you'll see that we have big district scale land packages. So almost 400 square kilometers in Ghana in total, 300 of that on the very prolific Ashanti Belt. The Ashanti Belt is one of the most prolific belts in all of West Africa, and really one of the most prolific belts. You know, it's one of the world top prolific gold belts. And Manfo is on the Sefwi belt, which is growing by leaps and bounds. So a little bit more about what's been going on in Ghana. So Ghana, as many of you know, is a stable democracy with a long and storied mining history. They've been mining gold for centuries in Ghana. And our properties are on two of the most prolific belts in Ghana, the Sefwi belt and the Ashanti belt. And we're talking about a Ghanaian mining renaissance here, because in the last 3 years, significant investment has been made on those two belts by the majors. And one of the things you will note is that there are many majors operating big mines in Ghana. So Newmont has recently made a go decision on Ahafo North, Ahafo South. They've done a mill expansion. Asante just recently purchased the Bibiani mine and is refurbishing that. So that's the Sefwi belt. And on the Ashanti belt, where our Obuasi and Dankran properties are located, AngloGold is currently doing a $600 million redevelopment plan for that Obuasi mine. They have come out with a new resource a few years ago, and you can see that the Obuasi mine, not only was it huge, it was high grade and is high grade. So our Obuasi property at 284 square kilometers has, and really with virtually no work on it when we acquired it, has had a lot of early stage work at this point for us. We think it's one of the more compelling exploration land packages around. We have done a lot of drilling, soil sampling, airborne, and what we have, what you can see, I think you can see, the Obuasi mine here with its 60 million ounces, this is just surface expression of some pits, and you can see that the structures clearly are trending into our property. And all of the work that we've done so far has encountered either anomalous or significant gold results. And we have encountered Obuasi style geology and alteration. So this is a tremendous exploration property for us. And with the addition of Dankran, just to the north of it, ties right on, we've added another 35 square kilometers and another 7 kilometers of that regional structure. So we immediately got on and did some soils, and then followed it up over 2.5 kilometers with some drilling. And we've now, over the 2.5 kilometers, we've identified 2.5 kilometers of structure that are very interesting and worth following up. And we've encountered some nice high grade, 40 grams over a meter and 14 over 3. So really exciting for the first drill program on a brand new property. Our Manfo property, which is on that other belt in Ghana, the Sefwi belt, and it's a 100 square kilometer land package, again, you know, a district scale property. And the Sefwi belt, although, you know, more recently kind of discovered and known in Ghana, already hosts 33 gold deposits with 20 million ounces. So we have a 100 square kilometer land package there. We own it 100%. There was a 9 kilometer trend that we were following up, and we've made 7 discoveries on that already, and come up with an initial resource in 3 resource areas. Oops. Oh, there we go. So, what are we going to do next? That's the new opportunities. So later last year, we were looking in the area here. So this is the surface expression of the areas that contain our existing resource. And this portion here, which we call West Pokakrum, is the higher grade portion of the resource. So we did some follow-up here to set us up for the drill program, a bigger drill program coming on this year. And what we essentially did is we discovered a brand new lode of high-grade mineralization off here to the north and a little bit deeper. So, and we did a hole in the area, the existing area, and encountered better results than we had seen before. So we see this growing into something. So the plans for expansion will be diamond drilling, 18 diamond drill holes roughly in and around the resource to expand it in areas, in between the two and on strike to look at growing that resource. And additionally, some air core along some of the other structures. There are a couple parallel structures as well. So we're going to be doing basically scout drilling, looking for new discoveries on this 100 square kilometer land package, while as well as looking to grow the existing resource. So you could see that, this step out hole that we did, which was 175 meter step out, encountered, some nice high grade, 6.5 grams, 6.85 over 3 meters and 3.19 over 12. So we are excited to get back to working on this one. Turning now to our Canadian projects, we're going to focus really on Dome West and Gowan, which will be the focus of our activities in 2022. And you can see that we, and they're both in Timmins. So we like to be, you'll see a theme throughout our presentation that we like to be in areas where there's known big gold mines already. So at our Dome project, which is in the Timmins camp, we are 800 meters. So this is the Dome mine, which is a historic mine in Timmins. It produced for 70 years, maybe more. One of the bigger producers in the Timmins camp. So we are 800 meters from the pit and the mill complex. It was for many years a high-grade underground mine. We're also 500 meters north of the Paymaster shaft. So the drilling that we've completed, and we've completed a program, but we're still waiting now for assays. The drilling we've completed was designed to try and locate the Vipon stratigraphy based on some results that we were able to glean from the mine next door, to be able to interpret where that stratigraphy, that rock type, that host rock came into our property, because the Vipon stratigraphy hosted most of the gold at the mine. So we're waiting for those assays to come in. And right now, I just got back. We've just started drilling on our Gowan polymetallic project. So this project too is located in Timmins in Canada. It is a polymetallic project, and we are drilling now 2 base metal targets, a copper zinc VMS target and a nickel copper prospect. This project is very well located. It is in the Kid Monroe assemblage, which is the same environment that hosts the Kidd Creek mine, which is 16 kilometers away from us. The Kidd Creek mine is one of the world's largest massive sulfide deposits. It's been in production in Timmins since 1966. And we're 23 kilometers from Canada Nickel's Crawford deposit. So last year we did a number of geophysical surveys, both airborne and ground. And that's how we've developed the targets. So the target here to the north is the VMS target, and the target to the south is the copper nickel prospect. And interestingly, while we were getting ready to do this drill program for these two targets, we did additional modeling on all of the geophysics that we've received to date. And some Maxwell plate modeling has identified another 6 targets for us. So you can see that there's lots to go on here. We're drilling these now. We were a little delayed getting started given the fact that this is basically a swamp. So we had to build a winter ice road to get in to be able to work it. And it just took a little bit longer than we thought. So we're drilling this now, but even after this, there's another 6 targets for subsequent work. And earlier this year, we did a earn-in project deal on this property. So a company owned by some very well experienced base metal investors in Canada have the right to earn a 50% interest in this property by funding $1.5 million of exploration work and paying Pelangio $500,000. So we expect work to be continuing here for some time. So I've gone through this fairly quickly. So, but it's going to be a big year for us. We've got exploration projects, 2 gold exploration projects being drilled this year, and 1 polymetallic copper zinc VMS, and 1 copper nickel prospect to be drilled, as well as our 2 gold prospects. So we're really excited about where this year is going to take us. And we were really pleased with what we accomplished last year with success at our Dankran project, identifying 2.5 kilometers with some very good grade, with success at Manfo, where we've discovered a brand new lode of mineralization 175 meters from our existing resource, and with drilling going on right now at Gowan and waiting for our results at Dome West.
Great, Ingrid. Thank you for your presentation here. Just a few questions here. The first one coming from Peter. Is there what kind of nickel potential you think of Gowan there?
Well, it's hard to say. We're calling it all we have to go on at this point is the geophysics. So we're calling it a nickel copper prospect. We are excited about it. So you can, what really excited us to start here was the VTEM. So if this turns out to be a major discovery, it will be a classic mining story. So it was, not our #1 priority project. And we were worried about the cost of flying a VTEM. So we said to the company that flies VTEM airbornes that we didn't want to pay for the full cost of mobilization, but when they came to the neighborhood, could they could they fly our project? And you can see that circle is 1 kilometer by 1.5 kilometers long. That's the airborne VTEM anomaly, which was pretty exciting. And then because it was so big, we did the ground IP. So those 3 up and down lines are ground IP to better define that, define the anomalies. So that's all we have to go on right now. So, time will tell. And to the north is the copper VMS. That's the smaller one to the north. That one, at least, we know because there was some very shallow holes done back in the 70s. So we know that there's copper and zinc mineralization, but we don't have any ground truth yet of nickel. So time will tell.
Yeah, just one last question squeezed in here from Hawk. Do you see operating cost increasing in Ghana given the rapid economic growth over there?
Well, I see costs increasing everywhere, unfortunately, because of inflation. So, it's a bit of a mixed bag. So where we operate tends to be more remote, which means that labor costs are lower in terms of, actual, labor for doing trenches or, the local less skilled people. Geologists, I think there's a bit of a shortage of geologists worldwide. So I don't see that Ghana is going to be any more, in fact, maybe less impacted than, some of the shortages we're seeing in North America. So I don't see Ghana being impacted any more than anywhere else.
Sure. Thank you, Ingrid, again for sharing your update with us here today.
Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.